Okay. Here we go. So, today I'm doing the promotional stream. Hello! For Stellatum, if you haven't been paying attention, obviously by this title screen, you know who the publisher is. I've heard this one's a bit longer than some of their others. So yeah, thanks to Sometimes You on providing a code for this one. They seem to like giving me a chance to show off the games they publish. She ate too quick. Stella! That's aimed just a little too high. Or like, I mean, you know, show the goods, right? Hey, how you doing? You mean I'm not, I don't pull off the hay? That's a lot of bullets. And that was Game Freeze, not the stream. Game's got a lot of kickback on the timing. Oh my god. I just don't have a response in that case. Ray's gonna break me. But I guess partly, you know, I deserve it if I'm going to subject her to Sometimes You again. I'm a bad friend like that. So much noise on the screen. Oh my god. It is not 18 plus. This is sometimes you. Let's see. Shooty down. Jesse is maxed out. Time has come for the exploration of outer space. We're still seeing if, maybe we go away from on headset. One of the most significant achievements was the invention of teleportation. This opened a new area, an era of space. A huge part of the resources is spent on space travel. A new comet was discovered. Its trajectory threatens our planet. It was decided to build a carrier station with a prototype teleport. It must transfer the warship that will destroy the comet. The station is ready to exit the atmosphere. The teleport is ready for launch. The teleportation point to the comet is calculated. Whoosh. That was a definite whoosh. A quick whoosh. New blueprints available in the hangar. Wow, this is like information overload. We got the achievement constructor for designing first detail. Exit the hangar. I guess we're going to start a mission. Wait, now I'm a little pea shooter? How dare you? I was super powerful, and now I'm like this weak little shit. Jip. This is a jip. We didn't collect anything, but we completed our mission. Awesome. During the teleportation of the station, something happened that went away too quick. The barrier hid from our radars many objects. Objects do not respond to our signals. Something, I don't know. The text is way too quick to read it out loud to you. I'm sorry. I'm sure there's an amazing story right here. mission is to transfer to the nearest ships. We got an achievement, destroy the comet. To transfer to the nearest ship's congregation to destroy them and gather information. We send blueprint for ship improvement. Oh my gosh. We switch ship in combat mode, go to hangar, and construct a new engine and implement. I'm sorry, this is just... This is some, amazing writing. Great words. Okay, so there's mission 2. Like, it's got tiny text, too. Like, whew. Okay, we've got a bit better of a gun now. Not a complete waste of gather components for ships from the shards. The station will follow you and gather half of the components that you do not have time to pick up. It is a lovely day here, Leaky, so day off. We helped my dad with some stuff today. Went and bought a grill. That we put together. Today really feels like that perfect between of summer and fall. Not real hot, not real cold. How are you today, Leaky? Even though I cannot see because no chat window in front of my face. I will read once the mission is over. There we go. Is that the end of the level? It is. I thought I collected tons of parts. Data from the found components were sent to the base. It'll take time for them to be analyzed and studied. We got a side mission. We get energy shield. We got the system wave, knock down enemy projectiles in front of the ship. Now I got some missiles. Look at this. We're becoming strong again. Heat rockets. I feel very floaty, even for, like, being this little ship. Like, my motions just feel all very not tight. Okay, so if your weapons overheat and you continue to hold the triggers, they will not actually begin firing again after the overheating is over. Power is almost recharged. Only got one turret though. Dang. I believe that's the end of that level. Not too difficult. So far at least, but invulnerable. Finish the level at the maximum level of the armor. I thought I collected stuff, so I'm like, why am I not getting anything? Mission 3. Oh wait, let's check the hangar. We got nothing new. Mission 3. I don't know what I'm missing about collecting stuff, I guess is the problem. Like, I see the little flashy things, and I'm collecting those. Or is that materia, and not actually, like... That's materia. Apparently. So I don't know what the components are then. I'm looking for something that like feels like would be a component, but I'm not seeing anything that screams, "Collect me! Collect me!" Besides the little flashing things that are definitely just the materia in the top left corner. Like, that is all the text like, am I just like whining about nothing, or is this like really, really tiny text? Like, I know my eyes aren't perfect anymore, so like when I look at games, I know like I'm definitely feeling a bit more of my age than I used to. But like, oh boy. We're going to see if we can adjust some of these levels for text size, because man. I collected one component apparently. Our engineers discovered components very similar with our technology. We continue study. We got a USN engine, increase armor, acceleration, max speed, and inertia reduction. Energy machine gun I don't have the parts for. And then we got the shotgun, which I can build. Options. Game. Normal. Let's use the ship highlight. Maybe that'll be nice. Let's see. Does achievement or does difficulty affect achievements? According to TA, no. Sorry, looking at the conversation because I missed some of the back and forth. Very enlightening conversation. We are on to mission 4. I like the ship highlight. That's not a bad feature. That little aura around me actually seems pretty cool. I didn't destroy that turret. Okay, so first impressions with it in, the first, I don't know how many minutes. So, not the worst Sometimes You game I've ever played. Sometimes You published game I've ever played. I think things are a little bit small, namely the text. I think if I wasn't playing this on a 50-inch TV, it'd be really infuriatingly small and really tough to read. Kind of like back in the day, like the original Dead Rising. I don't know if anybody played the first one on a non-HD TV. But like all the detail was just terrible, even like on a decent sized TV, just because of how bad it was, unless you had an HD set. So like, if this was a smaller TV, I think I'd be a lot more annoyed by it. Like, at least I can read it because of how blown up it is. But at the same time, like, ooh, that's rough. I think this is a boss. But where do we shoot? Or am I shooting? It's just the ship itself. Yeah, it's just the ship itself. It just has a ton of health. Yeah. I think I had probably a similar size TV, Leaky. Like, that was roughly what I was using back then. And, just not enough. Heh. Screw you. Great victory. Win in the first battle against the boss. Yeah, it wasn't even like it was a small TV. It was just, standard definition was what killed it for that first one. New blueprints are available in the hangar. That's mission 5. There's another side mission. We got a T reactor. System mines. USN engine. Energy machine gun. Damage per second would go up 33%. Shotgun. Damage per second would go up a little less. Side shotgun. But I don't have the parts for it. Let's do the side mission. Like, I wish the overheating symbol was a little larger. Like, that's one that, like, it's, you can't see it because my lovely face is covering it. I bless you with my face, not overheating gauges. I mean, what I really should do is, like, I try to maximize the amount of my stream space that is actually the game. But I have been thinking about, you know, if I do an overlay of some sort, and doing, like, a separate little thing just for the camera so you can see the whole game and my face doesn't cover anything. Like, I just don't want to lose real estate in that regard of the game. Holy crap, that's a lot of bullets. And that did not kill you. Like, is the game expecting me to actually replay levels to get more parts? Is that what I'm missing? I see the text box moving in the corner of my eye. So I know people are saying things. Hi, people saying things. I promise, after I live or die, I will read and respond. Long level. Wow, a full missile barrage didn't kill that guy. You can't hold down the trigger the whole time, albino. You gotta let it go because it overheats. Pew pew pew. Okay, so it is a sometimes you game, albino. So make of that what you will. Does that make a game bad? The fact that it is published by Sometimes You, and yeah, usually those are games only I play. Wait, where am I supposed to go? I did Mission 5. Did I just not do it well enough? Not really, and it's not... There's not enough time for me to read the riveting plot for you. Yeah, I've tried reading it in time, and it was just like... And then it went to the next thing. I was like, great, I can't read for you. I guess we'll redo Mission 5, because obviously I must have done something wrong. Or at least I thought it was Mission 5 that I did. Right? I have no idea anymore. I'm so confused. I used 2 bonuses and I survived. That means I'm just down to 1 bonus left. Because of my 0 score for the week. Possibly less even. No, this is the same level I did. So what the frick went wrong? What did I do wrong on level 5 to have to replay it? And plenty of people, by the way, on the bad games front, plenty of people play the games that I play. I am not the only one who does. For example, we said Wispy was bad, or Whipsy was bad. Albino played Whipsy. Maybe this level is different, because I don't remember these things. With all the little circles. Especially because I'm about to die. There, I died. But apparently I'm alive again. I don't know what happened. I didn't notice anybody get eliminated, but... And this week I guess I have to score. I am technically in the team side competition. And we do want to go for the bonus this week. Yeah, I didn't really pull my weight for the team side this week. But we've each had weeks on the team where one of us has been, like, super negative. So the fact that I finished 0, I'll accept as being okay. I just don't have the offensive firepower to deal with these things. There's just so many of these stupid little rings. Okay, so we finally reached mission 6 this time. Aha! You can spend the materia to build components. I need 2 of those and 1 of those. I've been gathering materia well, so like... Yeah, I'm sorry, that's kinda not possible. Oh wait. Duh. I turned down the game audio earlier. On the stream side. Jeez, the sass I get from people. I'm gonna have to pause to see what... Oh, there wasn't something written. It was somebody else showing up. I figured it was Joe with a witty retort. But these new guns I crafted, because I found out you can craft components with materia, have been a huge bonus. My side shotgun and whatnot. You're funny, Tom. Where are you? And I did work over the weekend. I did an open house on Saturday, and I did training for PPL yesterday. So, you know, I did what was necessary. And who knows, maybe tonight I'll do some TA stuff. TA as in teaching assistant, not TA as in True Achievement stuff. I've done enough True Achievement stuff today. Maybe I'll review some walkthrough stuff from other people. Because I know I've got one for Paul, and I know I've got one for this other game. So... But other than that, I don't need to do more. You're in today? Why are you in today, Tom? What are you getting out of being there? Okay. I don't know. I believe that you could be in there. I mean, you know you got stuff to prep now. Starting to write your, or make slides and all that fun stuff. I mean, you got time for that, but I'm sure you're starting. Although I'm sure you also have many slides already created from all the presentations you've done in the last few months. Yeah, I thought you emailed it out, so... We got one component. Seriously, they're really stingy on components in this game. Look how many levels are. If each of those dots is a level, like I've done maybe 10, 15%. Whew. Let's see. So this is a new engine. Let's construct that because it's better than what I'm using. Not better. That is better, but I need another one of those. Before Jess is even here, she hosted. Hi, Jess, and anybody who's watching. And maybe if Jess is here, I don't know. It's weird though. Like the bot always shows you hosting before my bot, like Hypebot, says you are being hosted, and then Jesse Bot's like, "Oh, Jess is here." You're definitely not lurking. Like, my bot could see you. Okay, so we're gonna do mission 7, especially because the game's not gonna let me move apparently. Controls are not the best in this on the map screen, unfortunately. But we're going to get as much materia as possible because with how stingy the game is about actually giving you components from levels, like, I'm going to have to just gather as much as I can to build any parts I need. So I've just got to keep up. Yeah, that's why I'm streaming today. And it's not a holiday for everybody. So that's the thing. In my own family, like, I have off today. My dad has off today. But both my brother and my mother have work. It is very interesting. So it is not universally a day off over here. But, I mean, part of it is, like, my brother had off a couple of days in the last 2 weeks. Can only really do so many holidays for him. He's a middle school teacher. So, you know, we're talking, like, what ages am I saying here? Like 12 through 14, roughly. I guess, because I don't know. Like, he's grades 6 through 8, but I know that doesn't correlate nicely over to overseas necessarily, so. But yeah, like 12 to 14-year-old kids. And they got off for the recent 2 Jewish holidays. They had off for, I believe, Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, so they do not have off today. So they're not going to give, like, 3 days off so quickly. I mean, they've got a holiday later this month. Okay, so it looks like the bigger circles, like there might be some bigger energy dots that are components. So they look exactly the same as the materia, but they just count differently. But, like, how are you going to notice the difference in this mess? Like, I'm having to pay enough attention to just make sure I'm not getting hit by bullets all the time. This boss would be real easy without all the just spam enemies. Hold on, just a couple more seconds. There we go. Oh, I gotta take out the rest of these idiots. Okay, no problem, Leaky. I mean, it's definitely not one of the best games I've played. Let's see, the CR reactor is worse. The system repair drones is what? A replacement part for what? System wave. Knock down any projectiles. The system mines are a replacement for the rocket barrage. Oh, man. Level 8. I mean, like, I for the most part enjoy, like, twin sticks. Especially, like, these level-based ones. I'm not always as big on, like, certain, like, infinite, like, survival ones where you just go until you die. But the level-based ones I've always been pretty, like, high up on. I really enjoyed, like, the Skyforce games. And I mean, part of it is, like, I wrote both the walkthroughs for those. Like, You want proof that I enjoy them, there you go. But like Geometry Wars, I mean, they're fun, I'm just not good at them. So like this is more my speed. Like, give me a level, let me play through it. If I die, I'll redo it. You know, I'll keep going until I get it. But like, this is getting into bullet hell range. And with everything being really tiny, like, even Skyforce had those moments where it was like, here's a level with just tons of enemies and, you know, hey, you know, dodge and weave. Do what you can. You gotta survive. And, you know, here's the thing. Like, I'm playing this on normal. Like, I'm not gonna bump down the difficulty yet. It appears I can if I want to. So, like, if I'm struggling, we've got options. But I'm gonna give, you know, the game its time. You know me, I don't jump down on something until we've given it a shake. I think that's fair for the fact that I've been given a game for free. I mean, we turned A Winter's Daydream into 2 hours of streaming. We don't have a VOD for it, because Mixer ate it. But we did stream it for 2 whole hours. And everybody who was there got to enjoy the greatest 2 hours ever in the history of Jesse Gaming. Undeniably so. Well, it's nice that they give a lot of material. Like, I have, each component is cost like 100 materia. So right now, like, we're up over 1,700. So we're actually in good shape there. Is that it? Is that the end? Of course not. I mean, what I really need to do is, like, there are quite a number of both sometimes U games and Radalaikas that I have not completed. Unfortunately, the list has gotten a little longer. These things can't actually aim directly at you. Interesting. At least if they face at you, they aren't. Okay, the game's starting to actually give some more components per level. A railgun. Ooh. Heavy rocket launcher. Slightly slower engine, but more armor, more acceleration. I just need to get a couple more of those. We are starting to spend up quite a bit in the materia, though. Although it looks like you can deconstruct some of your parts if you want to get more back, or probably get some components / materia back, so. Okay, so the heavy rocket is massive, but it's a little bit more intermittent, but it's big time damage. Like, I definitely feel the power boost on it. Because when it connects, it is shredding some of these enemies. We got an achievement for what? Warrior. Destroy 1,000 enemies. That's how much work we've been doing so far. 1,000 enemies. I wish that notification for overheating was just a bit bigger. Like, I would stop firing before my gun overheats if it wasn't for, like, if I just knew it was going to overheat sooner. but it's not a huge notification. And just to show you, like, ooh, I'm over here now. And so, like, you can see, like, the big circle is my rocket thing. But that little circle above that massive one with all the little balls is my gun overheat. It's the thermal, really. So, like, it's not really all that noticeable. Yeah, this is just a longer one for the catalog of our nominally shovelware group. Not the worst game I've played, but nothing all that special. At least that's how I would term it. It's average. Just going through some messages real quick, see what's up. That's a lot of system notifications. Oh, that would be why. Okay. Oof, I've got a lot to get through. Yeah, Joe, you're spamming me on TA. No, that's fine. I'll get through it afterwards. I was just like, wow, that's a lot of messages. I don't get that many. Or I've got 11 emails. Why do I have 11 emails at 4 o'clock on a Monday? Let's see. I don't want the shotgun. I don't want those. No. No. Nah. No. I'll take the electro shield. I don't mind getting messages for stuff. Easy enough, I can go through it. I really do need to get caught up on some things with TA. I'm wondering if I'm just putting too much on my plate for the site. Or if it's just because of the fact that, like, as I'm prepping for Extra Life, and then I've been saying that I need, we want to get, one of the other walkthrough team members was able to kind of see if we can get some of this auto-hosting stuff going for the TA stream page. And I really do want to get that set for Extra Life, but I just haven't had the time to get it all figured out for them. And not just for Extra Life, but going forward, being able to have people who are auto-hosted by TA. Like, you know, make this an actual TA thing that they are going to have streamers from the community on their channel. Just hosted, because why not? So, will do. I just need to get the information to figure it out. Because what I think we're gonna need to do, like, I think normally we're not gonna have an issue of too many people who like are regular streamers. I think we don't want to get like into the, you know, I don't have anything against the big guys who do this all the time, like, you know, Bills or Maka. Like, I don't think the goal is to auto-host them, because, like, they've got their own thing going, and that's great. But this, I feel like this needs to be more for the little streamers, you know, the community. But, you know, if there's multiple people who are going, you know, how do we switch? Are we going to have it be a priority system, or is there going to be like some way for people to, you know, I don't want this to be like, oh, you know, I'm set as the high priority, so if I'm streaming, I am always the one who gets hosted. You know, that's not fair. So I don't want to have to manage it. Like, I can do some of the managing of it, but I don't want this to be like a full thing that I have to do all the time. Where it can be like, hey, you know, if we've been hosting Jesse for an hour, let's move on to Joe. You know, oh, Chin's doing his part of his Extra Life stream. Who else do we have in the bucket who said they're going to do Extra Life? Let's move on to them. You know, I want it to be fair. So I just gotta do a little bit of looking, make sure it's all figured out. And if that means I have to manage it myself for like that day and just switch who TA's auto host or hosting for a bunch during the day, like I do that. But I prefer to automate more. So, little by little. Pew 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 pew. We're starting to get more system components as we go. And I saw a bunch of messages, Joe. I'll have to read them after I'm done this level. Yeah, that's the thing. So, I talked to Dopey because I know Dopey does it. But it is a priority system. And it is on PC. So, like, we could set it and forget it at, like, TA's office. And, yeah, we could use Mix It Up. So, like, that was the thing. Like, that's what I was looking at. The thing is that what I've noticed is that it has a priority system to it. Where, like, for Dopey, I think his top priority is like some of the like ID at Xbox or Xbox ambassadors. So like if they're streaming, I think it'll go them first. Which, you know, fine. But what I don't want to have happen is like part of this is that TA, like I think our goal is to be able to say, hey, on Extra Life Day, thanks. But like on Extra Life Day, you know, there's going to be how many people are on the TA team for Extra Life. And it'd be nice to be able to highlight, right, 24 people over the course of a day. But Mix It Up. Yeah, kind of like a Channel 1 type system for the day. So it'd be nice if we could switch between them, and that might have to be a manual thing for the day. So that's my only thing. Like, no, we definitely, you know, probably. I want to see if there's anything I can do for it before I like have to commit to that being what we do. But it looks like that might be it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to them. And I don't know if it'll be Sam or Sean or Heidi to talk to. When it comes to the stream stuff, like, I actually talk more to Sean and Heidi, so. just the way it goes. Like, if you see every time like Sean's around or Sam's around, it's always how busy he is. So. I am really appreciative, though. Sam helped out big time by cleaning up the list of codes. I think there's still some that are used, and I still have to update the SAC list, but I can do that now. Because the page itself that I have is actually like sorted again. So many freaking enemies. And these turrets are so annoying because they fire on their sides. Crap. Yeah, that's another thing. I can push for that. I just don't know how much control I want to push for. Like, it's an option, but do I need all that? Who wants to give me that much power? I mean, seriously. Welcome back, Leaky. Well, it's so easy to just shift myself in my chair. I think I will get a new chair, though. I think I need just a chair for this, and then I can put this chair somewhere else, because this chair I've had for a while. This is a good chair, but I think I want something else. I don't know what. You know, I want to make an economic decision that's good. I got this chair pretty cheap. It was a nice chair to start, though. My first co-op employer, we moved offices, and after the move, they had tons of like old office furniture, and you know, they didn't just want to give it away because the people were a little cheap, to be honest. I have a very hot and cold opinion of my first co-op player. Um, but afterwards, you know, it was one of those things where it was like, hey, we're getting rid of this stuff. Do you want it? And so they just had this room in the building where they were, you know, just holding on to this stuff, and if people wanted it, they sold it to you cheap by comparison of like what it would cost to get it new. So I got this chair. And it's a good office chair. I died at the end of the level. Heavy battle. Die in battle with the boss. I mean, I think this is a better setup for me. Like, I wouldn't say I'm like super, but like, it's better than it used to be. Okay, so you just get components for deconstruction. You don't get materia. Okay, so the shotgun, I don't want the shotgun. Don't want the system mines. No. No. Eh. The railgun's better than what I'm using. I just don't know if it's going to be a good move. Reactor capacity more, eh. Repair drones, eh. That looks good, but I need one more of that material. But why not craft a bunch of stuff anyway? So there's that engine. My ship looks more and more badass by the day. It's interesting, like, and I could lay on the bed still and have a decent view. Like, the bed's right behind me. And it wasn't like an uncomfortable way to lay down. So here's something for you to consider, Leaky, on that front. So what you can do is, there's actually even people like, yeah, day, if you want to do a different day, you can do that. But also, some people actually don't do all 24 hours in one go. Like, if that's a concern you're having as well. There are people who do like 2 12-hour streams. You know, that's what their body can allow them to do. I mean, as long as you're open and honest about what your plan is, seriously, like, do what works best for you. If you want to do it. I forget who said they were doing like a couple of 12-hour streams or something. I think it was somebody in like the TA staff Discord or one of those, or the TA Pro Discord. I was just skimming through messages one day and somebody had said, oh yeah, we're doing Extra Life, but, you know, just physically doing 24 hours in a row wasn't for them. So they were doing a couple of 12 hours or something like that. I might need to go to the railgun. Because really, like, I'm just not dealing enough damage, I feel like, right now. And it's just getting rough on these levels. Let's see. Let's craft it. Let's use it. Let's try to kick some butt this time. Okay. Not as slow as I was thinking it could have been for a railgun, but not bad. It's a 25% increase in my firepower, so still having trouble with this crap, though. Jeez. These enemies are just so freaking unbelievable. I mean, the next step is I just bump down the difficulty. Sorry, we're in intense focus mode now. Holy crap. Jeez, this level's really difficult. Let's try it on a different difficulty. Easy. Okay. So here's what we're going to say really quickly about how easy mode. I'm shredding the enemies now. Like, normal was definitely, like, a bit harder than I was ready for. Easy? This just feels unfair. I'm sure I could still die, and there's a good chance I will still. But this doesn't have the same bite that it did. By the way, Elkash, are you still here? I was gonna say, do you have a controller for your Switch, or do you just use the Joy-Cons? How is it? Figured I'd ask somebody's opinion before, I go out and buy one. It is very good? Okay. How does it compare, I guess, to, like... So I don't think... Do you have the Elite controller, or do you just use, like, the normal Xbox controller? How does it compare, I guess, to the normal Xbox One controller? Because, like, I use a normal one every so often. Like, I prefer to use my Elite, but, like, I usually use I'll use a normal-ish one at times. Okay. Like, I think I'd be happy with the normal Xbox One controller if I hadn't been introduced to Elite, like, if I hadn't gotten my first Elite. But, like, because I use the Elite, I can't go back too much. Like, I just prefer the weight and this. Okay, that's more what I wanted to hear then. Miles better than the Joy-Cons. Okay, now do you have to put batteries, or is there like a rechargeable battery, or like what am I doing? Because I know it's a wireless controller, or I'm pretty sure it's a wireless controller. Built-in battery. Okay. Well, that definitely answers those questions. Yeah, I mean, I was fine with the Joy-Cons yesterday, but I could really go for a real controller at this point. And, like, I saw there's the option for, like, GameCube controllers. And I know some people don't like those, but I liked them. Like, I thought those were really good controllers. I especially loved them in Smash. The only problem I had with my GameCube controllers was when the B button started to get all gummed up. Yeah, I would agree with that on the C stick. Yeah, I don't remember using the D-pad much. But I remember when I was in college, and like I had a group of like 5 or 6 guys, and we were playing Smash like nightly. Like that was the thing. You know, the guys would show up, we'd play Smash for a couple hours most nights of the week. And after a certain amount of time, those B buttons just got. That was. They started to show their wear. They didn't have the same action as they used to. Yeah, that's probably what I need to do. I just don't know if like I want to go to those extremes of like, oh yes, I am the kind of person who takes apart his controllers and does all that kind of work. I mean, like what helps me is that I'm not the kind of person who like wrecks my controllers. Like I baby my equipment. It doesn't get put on the floor. It doesn't get put like anywhere that I wouldn't want it to go. So slowly but surely we're getting the achievements in this one. I think this game has actually a pretty decent ratio on it too, so we're actually going to get some diff out of it. Because, you know, I gotta beat all the friends on my list in G-Task. I'm ultra competitive like that. It's how I get added to people's nemesis lists, even though that person's not here. I'm apparently one of Falbo's nemeses. I don't know. We're what, just over a month away from Elite V2 coming out, so, and I've got mine on pre-order. Gonna have a fresh new controller. What's the date for the Elite 2? Am I gonna have it for Extra Life, or is that after Extra Life? I don't blame you. I mean, while I have had amazing luck on mine, where like I don't have the issues that people talk about, like I know there's a lot of problems that people have had. I have not had them. Is it November 4th? Darn. It would have been nice to have it for Extra Life. That would have been really cool. Yeah, and I mean, here's the thing, like, I don't know who else has one among, you know, our friends group, but like, I've just heard too many people who have not had good luck, and I don't begrudge people who say I'm not spending, you know, $150 on one of those, given the history. That's the thing, like, there's just so much, like, if, like, when you look at the controllers, like, I haven't played a lot of PlayStation, and, you know, that's just, like, I'm not a big PlayStation guy, haven't ever been. Like, when I've carried, I had a PS3 for a little bit, and, like, comparing the PS3 controller to the Xbox 360 controller, like, I just never got into the PS3 controller. I personally preferred the shape and the size of the 360 controller. And even when, like, looking at, like, the PS4 controller, like, it's not that different from the 3. So even then, like, I've preferred my Xbox controllers. And then when I got the Elite, like, honestly, it's just, there's something about the size, the shape of this, the weight, that just feels better to me. And I know for some people, like, that's not a good quality. But for me, nope. This is what I want from a controller. Yeah, I'm not gonna say, like, I have massive hands, like, but, you know, I'm a bigger guy, and, like, so my hands aren't small. So I appreciate a little bit of bulk to my game controllers. And that's the thing, like, I know when I've talked with the group, like, Joe isn't a fan of the Elite because of the size of it. Like, it doesn't work for her hands as well as it does for mine. I know that's not completely true, Ray. I know you do game some. Exactly. That was a good game. That was fun watching. I was doing some work stuff last night, but it was fun to watch the two of you and trash randos. I almost considered volunteering to be another to be your third, but then I was like, I would just be garbage. Like, I would be the absolute worst. I'd die, and you'd be like, damn it, Jesse, like, you're really pulling us down here. You are the anchor around our necks. I gotta wonder, like, how are you so good, Ray, when you don't have the time? Like, is that the only game you play when you get, like, a little bit of time off to yourself? I know! Like, you're good at this. Or, well, at Apex, I mean. But I mean, um, part of it is like I kind of fell away from shooters at a certain point. Like, I play them occasionally. It's just not like the genre that like I continued with recently. Right. And that's the thing, like, my brother, like, his my gaming focus has never been a focus. Like, I am so all over the place on what I like to play. That's part of the reason why, like, I love just playing indie stuff. It's shorter experiences that I can put the time into finishing. My brother at the same time started to get into like the AAA stuff more. So like his big thing, like, he was a big Call of Duty fan, where, you know, he was the type of guy who played the modes where, like, he always would tell me, like, he played Search and Destroy, like, that was his mode, and, you know, he'd work on prestiging multiple times in those games, like, and that never appealed to me. Yeah, like, I prestiged once, I think, in the first Modern Warfare, and I was proud of the fact that I stuck with it for that long. But it never, like, and believe me, I did plenty of Halo 2 multiplayer back in the day. Return to Castle Wolfenstein on the original Xbox was like That was an amazing game for multiplayer. I know some people would find that to be crazy of a statement, but like that was an amazing game to play multiplayer on, like, original Xbox Live stuff. That was the thing. Joe, I used your Persian Nights walkthrough, so I don't know what the problem was. Like, I mean, some of the achievements might have popped out of order, like, big deal. But I didn't really notice anything that was, like, super wrong. Playing. So maybe I'm just, like, blind, but, like, yep, I didn't find the big stuff that. Wait, what? Now I'm even more curious, like, when? Like, it's an artifacts game, there's not ever only one thing to interact with. Oh, okay. So, in other words, we need hand-holding. Please, Mommy, tell me what to do. I can't think for myself 2 seconds. Sorry, I'm being a jerk. I know, I'm sorry. I'm not like this as a person. Like, I shouldn't be the type of person who says those kinds of things. Like, everybody needs, their plays games at their own speed and has different abilities to discern what to do next. That's not a flaw of the person that they can't think 2 seconds ahead without direct instructions. And that's one of those things that I hate, is like, the artifacts games is like, they don't do anything for regional variation of words. It's actually one of those things I hate about a lot of, like, puzzly word games, is like, this one app I use, it's a daily puzzle game or puzzle stuff, and it's got, like, hey, every day there's a crossword puzzle of some sort where they give you the letters and you're supposed to unscramble a word. And they usually give you like 12 letters, and it always uses less than that. But, like, I look at some of the words and I'm like, what US person would know that word? Like, that's definitely not a US based word. Yeah, no. That's the thing, like, when we were looking at the Journey Down one, like, legitimately, there were things. I won't lie to you. Like, there were some directions. And one of the things that you put in your forum post was that you know, on some screens there's just multiple places you can go that use the same direction. Like if you're at the dock where the plane is, like you can go down into the plane, you can go down into the right towards Mama Makina's restaurant, or you could go down into the left to the gas refiller. Like those are 3 different down directions, and I can see how that's confusing. So like if I notice that you just said down, like sometimes I just added down left. Because hey, that'll help people. Like, but that's minor. So, like, you still said down. Yeah, if it was like you said left and it actually was right, okay, yeah. But part of what I also you start to recognize is like if you're actually reading what you wrote word-wise, like if I'm at one certain screen and you tell me to go left and I realize, but you're telling me to go to Mama Makina's diner, like Mama Makina's from that screen is definitely to the right. Like, you kind of get a mental map yourself. Like, yes, it is wrong. Yeah, it happens. I don't know, it was just like, you don't fix your work. Yeah, you do. Like, Turing test, I don't know how many times you've sent me edits on that one. Right. And the Life is Strange ones, like I think like I read some of the ones that were coming in and those seemed like there was definitely some nitpicky, like I would do this differently. You know, we all have stylistic things. There was a person who said that they didn't like my witness walkthrough for all the spoilers I used. But I think stylistically, like, not doing that would have been a disservice. Oh, they just want no spoiler tags. They want all the solutions out in the open. They think the spoiler tags are just a waste. And I disagree. I post it as such. I think if you're going to learn how to play the game and actually get good enough to do the challenge, then cheating your way through by using the images the whole time is counterintuitive to that. But that's me. I mean, and that's the thing, like, this is me having experience of writing and reading hundreds of walkthroughs now. Like, I've got my 20 published, and I'm always working on more, and I learn. Like, if I look at my first walkthroughs, some of them I wouldn't have written the same way anymore. You know, I love improving on that stuff. Yeah, unfortunately, apparently, I guess the remaster has got some major differences. Okay. Minor but important minor stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it's... You learn as you go, like... And being management now for the team, like, being one of the ass men, you know, it teaches me a lot about how difficult it can be sometimes. Like, just from the standpoint of, like, you know, we're publishing stuff all the time, and and I'm assigning stuff now. And our new assignment system lets me see, who's played the games. And it's like, I've got, 10, 12 overseers that we have on the team. And guess what? Nobody's played some of the games. Or, like, they're me, and we have 1 or 2 achievements in the game. Like, I'm sorry. I just can't. So, sometimes there's going to be mistakes. And people are going to get mad. Unfortunately, Joe, the thing for you is that no, it's fine. The thing is like, what makes it difficult for the ones you're writing and you're getting comments on is puzzle is the one genre, I think, point and click puzzles, anything that's really straightforward like that, that is the genre that people are going to most nitpick. That's the genre where it's like, what can I get, you're on an achievement site, what's going to be the, easiest thing to work through? Oh yeah, the puzzle game. That's the one where I can, hey, if you got a puzzle guide written for me, I can do it in no time. It's like, I write for some obscure titles, but like, if I write for a platformer, what am I going to tell you? Sometimes there's just nothing I can say. Besides, like, I'm not going to tell you, get good, scrub. Like, that's not fair. But in some ways, that's what I'm saying. And the thing is like, I like the style you write the puzzle guides for. Like, I think quick bullet points is the best way to write those. I don't like a massive paragraph for puzzle walkthroughs. Just one by one, tell me what to do. Okay, I'm going to grab this, then I'm going to grab that, I'm going to put this here, put that there. Done. So, that does remind me, I do have to work on Talos. I so very much need to work on Talos. And Betham, I know. And the more I think about rewriting Gems of War, the more I'm just like, hell no. Like, I could write a ton and probably write something good. But unfortunately, like, with the number of title updates and how they just keep changing the game, I don't know if I could keep up. And that's the thing, like, I'm not gonna write for that one, I'm not good. But, like, that's my thing for platformers. Like, what am I gonna tell you? it's part of why I did all those videos for the Cuphead walkthrough. Because honestly, what else was I gonna say? Like, I can tell you every attack pattern and what you should try to do, but, like, I know my strategies aren't the best always. And sometimes just a visual is what you need. I've been working with V. Sully. I don't know if a lot of people know him on site, but I've overseen a few of his walkthroughs in the past. He wrote the Hollow Knight one, if you're curious of like something like more prominent on site. He wrote the walkthrough there for Hollow Knight and did an amazing job. But sometimes, what do you tell people? Like, for that one at least, most of it can be like, go here, go there, do this. But like, he also did one for Volgar the Viking, which is a really difficult game. But one of the things that like was a disagreement for the team even was like, hey, how much detail is here, and what detail can we ask him to put in more? Because, a big part of that was watching videos. And like, I get it. I love video content. At times. Like, it's the only way for me to explain something in practice. But, long diatribe and off topic about this stuff today. We're having fun. Yeah, but yeah, this is Stella and her tum. Oh, Bray, you might have missed I did play the newest Mega Man on stream one day. I was garbage. I've got the X Collection. I've got all the Mega Man stuff. Okay, I'm not that bad. Usually. Let's see. I own a plasmic gun. It's better than what I'm using. Let's try that one. No. 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 Only... It's got better armor, so let's go with that one. They are angles. By the way, as my ship has gotten upgraded, I've actually noticed that the floatiness of some of the movement's gone down. the inertial maintenance has actually really helped. So they actually did program that pretty decently. That's the thing. I played through Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past recently on stream, and it was what, under 3 hours. I mean, partly that was due to the fact that like I knew what I was doing now, and I watch people play it so much, but it's really not a long game. But there will be more Super Nintendo games that I play. So in a sense, Mega Man is the result of that. And a lot of them are, yes. You know, it's one of those things that people just didn't, you know. But part of it was, I don't want to call it necessity, even though that's kind of what it is like, you know, if you look at the memory space that they had on those cartridges back in the day, you know, and they're going to ask for that kind of price. Like, how do you make a game? You know, how can you tell somebody, oh yeah, you're going to pay $80 for that or $60 for that, and then be like, but the game's only like 20 minutes long. Well, you know, there's got to be punishment in that sense, and that became lives and game overs. Not a good thing, but it's what they did. I don't even know if I'm halfway through this game right now. Like, it is very... Well, no, I know I'm not. There's tons of levels left. But I think changing it to easy was for the best. Oops. Note to self, don't fly into massive fireballs. Great balls of fire. Are there more posts? Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping it was over. Okay. A new type of ships was discovered. Assemble new components for study. Destroy the first race. What? So there's the next set. So that was the first race. So there's a second, a third, and a fourth race. So roughly a quarter of the game. We're going to replay an earlier level, see if I can get an easy achievement. We'll try mission 2 for that one. For not getting hitted. Wait, let me read the achievement because the description's bad. There's some bad descriptions. Pass the level not being hitted by enemy. Like I said, there's some rough writing. Yep, roughly it is. And it's unfortunate, like, as I was saying earlier, like, I love the Skyforce games. Anniversary and Reloaded were a lot of fun. But part of what makes those two great is the fact that the levels have character to them and there's variety. Every level just looks like an asteroid field in this. I mean, I'll play one of the next levels just to see if, like, maybe things look a little bit different. Okay. Yeah, we'll see if maybe, like, the fact that we've completed the first race section, maybe the second race is different. But I can't imagine it's going to get too different because, like, my ship doesn't even look that different from their ships. We got maneuverability. Awesome. Pass the level not being hit by enemy. Woot. Yes, Okash, it says hitted. I didn't lie, I didn't joke. Like, really, it says hitted. Oh, it's so bad. Congratulations. Yeah, there's some really great achievements in this set. Okay, let's try mission 14. This is the second race of levels. Does it look different? Okay, the enemies have a different flair to them. I mean, they still look like ships, but instead of being like white blobs like me, they've got a bit more of this black motif to them. That's something. I know it's not really, but they sort of look different. And unfortunately, like, what that tells me is all 4 of these races to beat the game are just going to be this. I think what I'm going to say is like, um, does anybody remember State of Anarchy, Master of Mayhem? When I streamed that one, okay, like I'm kind of gonna give the same recommendation. No, I'm not even gonna give the same recommendation because I thought State of Anarchy was fun because it had that childlike flair to it. So there was this charm to it, like, you know, all the enemies and the guns and the vehicles and everything just had this childlike wonder to it. Like, I loved it. It was so hilarious. Like, the sounds were as if a kid were drawing it and playing it, and that was hilarious. Like, that was good. It was gonna wear thin because, like, how long could you keep that up? Because it was obvious the levels just kept cycling the same concepts over and over, and that wasn't fun. Like, I could tell that the number of levels I was gonna have to play to beat that game were a ton. Thanks for coming around, Leaky. You know that it doesn't matter how long you stay or if you stay the whole time. I appreciate anybody who wants to stop by and say hello. But, like, this doesn't have that. This is, like, super serious space battles. And it just doesn't have that same charm that I can go with for the next, you know, 8 hours, 10 hours more to get all the achievements. Like, I'm gonna work on it because, like, that's just what I do. But it just doesn't have that flair that that one had, unfortunately. It's just a bit repetitive. It's probably going to be like a question of there's just too many levels. But I guess that's not surprising in the modern age, is it? You know? The glut of content for content's sake. Doesn't matter if it's actually good, it just has to be content. You're killing the peaceful monsters that were peaceful only until you started attacking them? Oh noes. So. The whole common system is similar to the first kind of ship. There are also striking similarities with our technologies. Wow, really? Never would have guessed. Side mission, mission 15. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think what I'm gonna say though is that we are nearing 3 hours of this. And well, I Galactic Squid Cat, awesome. Well, I am enjoying streaming for everybody. I've got some stuff I want to get done, and I think I'm going to call it here. Once again, this is Stellatum. Stellatum, sorry. Hiccup there. It is out now. It came out last Tuesday or Wednesday, like right after Winter's Daydream came out. So like sometimes you released 2 games on back-to-back days or published 2 games back-to-back days. It's $15 US. I don't think anybody here is really going to be the target audience. It's okay. It's not the worst game I've ever played. It's just average, and I think it's just going to drone on too long. Sadly. So, this has been 4 days of me streaming in a row. I think we had a good mix. I think having the Switch available is going to be a great addition to the set. So there's a lot I can do now. I will get a Pro controller sometime soon, because that'll make playing that even better. But want to see what? Ah. So, I'll be back Saturday. Yes. We're down to only a few weeks away from Extra Life. So, I'll keep working to upgrade stuff, update stuff, get stuff figured out.